When Finance Minister Winston Jordan presented the 2016 national budget on the theme Stimulating Growth, Restoring Confidence, the Good Life Beckons, it was obvious that once again gold outshone the other industries as a major income earner for the country. Delivering his second national budget, Minister Jordan explained that the traditional industries, including sugar and rice, continue to face many challenges. He described the sugar's performance as credible, but the loss of the Venezuelan market created turmoil in the rice industry.
With production growing by 6.9% to 231,145 metric tons. Though this level of production is still below the average achieved in the previous decade, the industry is showing encouraging signs of recovery. This, no doubt, can be attributed to new management and the measures taken to increase efficiency and productivity. In spite of this uncertainty that prevailed in the rice industry, recorded output was 687,784 metric tons.
The sugar industry is expected to get some $9 billion according to the finance minister. While fisheries and forestry both recorded negative growth, mining and quarrying grew with gold dominating.
Though the increase in gold production was attributed to the new entrants, Guyana Goldfields and Troy Inc., it was the local miners who accounted for over 90% of the 451,490 ounces that were declared. The significant incentives granted to the subsector by this government undoubtedly played a major part in the substantial increase in declaration.
Gold smuggling remains a high priority issue for the government, and Minister Jordan estimates that some 15,000 ounces of gold are smuggled out of the country weekly. Meanwhile, the manufacturing sector also grew by 5.3%.
This was driven by growth in the sugar and rice industries as well as other manufacturing. Services. Mr. Speaker, the services sector expanded by 2.3%. Growth was returned in most subsectors, including transport and storage, electricity and water, information and communication, financial and insurance and social services. Negative growth was recorded in construction and wholesale and retail subsectors.
And inflation?
The economy had already recorded deflation, that is, a reduction in the general level of prices of 0.2%. Prices were expected to remain fairly stable to the end of the year, premised on continued low level of prices of fuel and a range of consumer items as a result of the removal of value-added tax last year. Deflation persisted throughout the year, and by end December, it had been recorded at 1.8%.
The government also earned some $35.4 billion from value-added tax, a decline in what it collected last year. But the finance minister pegged this loss on the government's move to zero-rate several items in August last year. It also collected some $161 billion from statutory bodies and with the closure of several dormant bank accounts. For Prime News, Nazima Ragabir.